So we live through this platform, the internet, that collects data about us all the time. From where you sit, what are some of the most favorable outcomes that we can expect as a society from that process?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I mean, aside from the services themselves, and those are, you can be a skeptic, which I often am about the internet or some random startup that does X, Y, or Z better than it was happening before. You know, aside from the value that those services provide, you know, I think the part of the thing, one of the things about social media, about a site like OkCupid that I'm most excited about is that, you know, we can learn about what people are doing in a totally new way with a scale that's basically unprecedented. We have, you know, millions of people on OkCupid trying to find someone to sleep with, judging each other, falling in love. Any of this stuff are beginning to meeting someone that they might eventually fall in love with, going on dates, and obviously there's relationship science has been a thing for many decades, but they've never, and this is a narrow example, but it's never, relationship science has never had access to this many people with this level of detail. We know who you talk to because that we obviously we have to record that. We know what you say. We don't share that with anyone, but we do know it. And so you can draw conclusions about how people look for partners, what people think about each other, even just kind of how two strangers interact, because a dating site is one of the few places that strangers meet and talk on the internet these days. You know, that doesn't happen on Facebook or Twitter for the most part. You can draw conclusions of scientific value from these data sets. And you know, we work with academics as often as we can. We're a small company. We've probably done a little bit over a half dozen, maybe 8 research projects. Several of them have been published, you know, peer-reviewed science using our data. Facebook, very quietly, they haven't done a very good job spinning this, but they very quietly built a very excellent data science team that generates research, basically scholastic research. It doesn't have anything to do with Facebook's core business of being a social network, but they take all that social data about how people's families work, how people interact with their coworkers or their exes, because we don't know that kind of thing. They publish papers about that, and it's actually really good work. Google is the same way. So I'm most excited about the sociological potential of data.
That's cool. So it's a means to a greater understanding, I guess, about how things work.